And I don't think it's going to happen because, the forces will correct it.
Mhm. Let's finish with a the biggest fear related to this market's bubble. Do you have any fear related to this market?
The biggest fear right now for me is like just a general crash of the stock market because everything's propped up by AI now. All the S&P, the biggest companies, everything is propped up by AI. And if AI falls, everything else falls. Crypto will fall, S&P falls, the whole rest of the market will follow. Virtually everything will crash, and a lot of people could lose their money. It could be like the Great Depression, you know, stock market crash just generally precipitates everything crashing. And while the industry has value, as we've already talked about, that doesn't stop a horrific crash happening if things get out of control.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and I would double down on that. Alternatively, if this isn't an actual bubble, I think that we are at risk of having a strong monopoly of very few companies running everything and potentially buying every other small business and industry, and probably reaching to the same outcome, like a recession, probably driven by the fact that few companies own everything and most people don't
Yeah.
have a job.
Well, you know what's scary about that is that these CEOs of some of these companies, they're not just like business facing professionals a lot of the time. They're political and they have agendas. Elon Musk with his Grokpedia, Sam Altman, sucking up to Trump. Uh, Google CEO was at the inauguration. For some reason, the Nvidia CEO was at Trump's state dinner in Windsor. You know, these people were behaving like oligarchs already. It really is like an oligarchy, the type of setup that we're used to um, you know, talk about Russia as this autocratic, terrible, undemocratic country is now exactly the same setup we have in the West because of AI and tech. So
Mm,
it's a scary situation from that point of view as well, I think.
yeah.
You want oligarchs to control, especially when we use these systems for things like talking about our lives and advice and learning about the world, and kids are using it to research history, and you've got Elon Musk's personal opinion being injected into Grok. You've got OpenAI not allowed to talk badly about Trump. You've got, these people's personal biases are being injected into our lives, and we have to be careful about that too.